Good afternoon, YouTube, Soul Tribe, the Ether, and the Cosmos, and no, they are not the same. This is your girl, Mighty Mocha, tuning in for Mission Driven Monday, week 6. Today is a very special day spiritually, so I kind of decided to do something different. And it's funny because you know how Amazon send you those pics about how this is what you were doing like a year ago today or what have you. And all on my YouTube feeds and the timestamps that I got looking at my phone, like now it's January 11, it's 11/11. My phone is on 10%, all ones. But I saw last year around this time a whole bunch of like 11/11s, 111, and saw 444, just a bunch of spiritual numbers, which they all are, but a bunch of spiritual numbers to kind of let me know that I was moving in the right direction on my spiritual journey. So with it being Mission Driven Monday, I decided to do something a little different than what I usually do for today, because I realized that one of the things that has greatly contributed to my mission and the success of my mission has been my spirituality. I'm not even going to say I can tell you when I started my journey. I can't point out a specific time and place. I think it has been a process all throughout my upbringing. And I think it's resulted in me shedding layers on top of layers on top of layers of things that I have been taught before and introduced to before. I can remember having like these very spiritual debates with one of my sisters, about Jesus and about God. And I remember all the questions that I had and how I was trying to make sense of religion and how it fit into my life and the things that I had experienced. I'm gonna take my glasses off only because of the glare and the things that I had experienced. If I squint, y'all don't laugh. But one of the things that definitely started to, I guess, make sense to me as I continue through my spiritual journey is the individuation of spirituality and our religious processes or practices. Folks have different ways that you establish altars or that you recognize and pray to what you consider to be your higher power. And I just have grasped the concept and the realization that it's such an individual process that I don't need a collective platform, or I didn't need a collective platform to help me establish it. I've gone to churches where they have totally annihilated the LGBTQ and questioning communities. I've gone to churches where they have totally annihilated substance use disorders and substance users, and told all their business like testimony was a reason to slay the downtrodden. And I have gone to institutions and establishments that have rules around abortion for whatever reason, or reasons that they choose to establish them. And I've come to appreciate my individual relationship with my God. I've come to appreciate the individual connection and gifts that I have from my God. And so I just wanted to do like recite a poem. I don't think I've recited this before. I hope not, but even if I have, it's just so appropriate for today. And so I'm gonna get at it, but I would encourage you guys to establish a relationship with yourself in terms of who you are in the greater expanse of the universe. And it doesn't have to be Jesus, and it doesn't have to be Buddha, and it doesn't have to be any of those things or those people. And I'm not a representative for any one type of God. because I don't know enough to be that. I'm a representative for what works for me and what has worked for me. So to that end, but one thing that I do appreciate about the whole experience is that, and I think that this is very important to recognize about the experience of delving into spirituality and religion. I'm spiritual more so than religion, but I do have religious practices. But it has helped me learn so much about myself and taught me so much about myself and helped me unlearn so many things about myself. So, and the world around me. So if this journey and this quest has been beneficial for me in those ways, then it's definitely a winner. And it may not work for everyone, but it definitely benefits me. So I wrote this in October, and it says, Father God, Holy Spirit, creator of all, Elohim, this is your daughter, Karen Renee Jones. I'm coming to you with everything I've ever known. I pray for those who can't, those that don't even know that they need you, those who are not yet wise enough to even believe in you. I pray for their peace, for their devilish energy to cease, for calmer waters that allow them to breathe and think and release. I offer up myself and no one else, just all of me that I have left. I give myself over only to you. I cast off shadows of harm and hoodoo. I love you dearly, appreciate that you hear me. My attitude of infinite gratitude always keeps me near thee. I will no longer run, nor shall I hide. Instead, it's by your word and this creed that I will abide. This journey is mine and mine alone as I usher myself up to my rightful throne. I don my crown, and on no one do I frown, because I've lived enough to simply stand down. Your vengeance is mighty. They may think that I'm flighty, but I'm not one that they that they run to, but I'm the one that they run to when shit gets untidy. I breathe your love into me, and this is how deeply I defy others unlike thee. It's all of me. I clearly see. Then in the end, I hold you so highly. You never change, even when things get strange. Unlike the 3D, you don't switch lanes. I aspire to walk by your ordered word because you are the most high, my precious Lord. So I wrote that in October. And I mean every word of it. My reality has just gotten me closer to being a better person and a better image of myself than I ever thought I could be or would be. Someone who is suffering from or was suffering from a very chaotic childhood history and teenage history and even adult history. Like I've been through some things and some stuff, but not so much so that I stopped believing in the ability for me to heal myself. And like I said in yesterday's video, it's about choices. It's about choices. The choices that we make to create opportunities to invoke change is on us. And so on this January 11th, I just encourage you guys to make the choice to gain a better understanding of yourself and create better opportunities for self-awareness and fine tune how you are in tune to yourself and your needs. So on that, we got the Sun and Moon Tarot. What do we got? Ooh, the Universe and the Prince of Wands reverse, which is interesting. So I'm going to do a quick shuffle. I'm not going to take up a lot of your time. I am going to put on my glasses for this, my readers, because otherwise I won't know what I'm talking about. And I thought that Wands card was interesting because Wands in the universe, it's about spiritual determination and primal creativity and inspiration and ambition, and all of the things that we associate to higher powers, higher learning, and higher divination. So wands take a rap sometimes. for being complicated and something that is ugly, but I'm not going to say ugly, maybe mystical. So I just thank you, Holy Spirit, for giving me the opportunity to talk to the individual or the collective. I didn't even thank you guys. I was so ramped up about doing this that I didn't even thank those of you who tune in. Thank you, my family, friends who share, like, comment on my content, whether you do it on my YouTube page or to me directly. Thank you for those of you who subscribe to my channel. I appreciate your energy. And for those of you who don't, I appreciate you just as well. All right. So let's see. Oh, I'm not up. Prince of Cups. Ha. Emotions, Prince of Cups. Like, cups are emotional cards, and I think we've gotten the Prince of Cups before, but that's about what that's helping the community. It's about kind of like your heart over your head. It's like, the rational thing to do, but what is the right thing to do? That's kind of like what I get from the cups. And the Prince is kind of like young, and we've talked about this before, how there is focus, but there is also passion and a need and desire to help the collective. I'm just going to ask for Spirit to give me like 2 more cards. I'm not going to stay on late tonight. I'm tired. I was up late last night. I was very restless for some reason. Maybe I was anticipating today, which was brilliant, professionally and personally. So, all right, we got a flyer. Up, 7 of Pentacles. Pentacles is my energy. That's my earth energy. And the Pentacles cards, period, is about consciousness, and it's around like work, finances, health. But and as you can see on this card, it says failure. But if you look and see, like, they are spinning and weaving webs. They are trying to formulate something that is resounding to not just within their tight inner circle, but around them, their energies around them, internally and externally. And Pentacles for me are about like physical energy, but it's also about like how we externally utilize ourselves and our gifts to generate what we want to see happen. All right, I see it. 2 more. All of those are not going to come out. This is my first time ever shuffling live, so it is what it is. I usually kind of just pre-pull, pray, and hope that it resonates. 7 of Swords. Yeah, 7 of Swords. Swords is air energy. Once again, Swords has a lot to do with like emotions, but it's also a very intellectual card. And you'll see this person like is here and they're kind of like dreading things. They're all up in their emotions, but there's air energy. There's clearance there. Swords are about emotions and intellect, but it's also about power and protection and strength. And as you can see, these swords are around them, but they're not daggering the person. They're not in the person. This is about thinking and logic and how you are using your energies to set up what it is that you are trying to attain. I don't know. Like for me today, a lot of what I have gone through, and this is my favorite, the High Priestess. Look at that. You have your yin and yang energy, your light and your dark. And look at her. She is pushing apart anything that was standing in the way. I love this card. She is pushing apart anything that will stand in the way to eliminate what needs to be done, any barriers. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a 2 card. You see the 2 at the top? It's a 2 card. I'm looking at her like she is fearless. But the High Priestess, has knowledge. They are teachers. They have wisdom. They have power. And they are limitless in their intellectual awareness and how they use their energy. I want to get my book real quick because I see a symbol at the top. Excuse me for 1 second. I see a symbol at the top and I wish to know what it is. I'm sorry, I can't remember everything. Okay. Uh-huh. Is it Gimel or Gimmel? Gimmel. The symbol of the camel and represents providence. Yep. So, and what did I say? Illuminating things that have been hidden. And and this is so precise. Okay, I kind of get it. Okay. So, and this is about duality, right? What did I say? Yin yang energy, but you have to be able to balance it and you have to be able to use your intellect and and your strength and your power. This is kind of like a confirmation. You have the strength and you have the power. You just have to be able to utilize it. What did we say? Yeah, element, earth element. You have to use your consciousness. Yes, 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 yes. You have the materials that you need. And this is also like about material gain. So I'm not going to say this is all about money but I do think that there's an element of abundance here in the cards. I think that there is an element of being able to understand opportunities that you have, chance opportunities that you have to gain abundance and to use your spiritual awareness and enlightenment, your intuition. Like, use your intuition. If something doesn't feel right, like in the Seven of Swords, I didn't mention this, but futility. At the top, you see futility. So you have to have plans that are grounded. You have to put forth the effort to come up with what was my cousin and I talking about? A blueprint, right? So you have to have a blueprint. You have to have some kind of grounding and some kind of focus for what you're going to move forward with. And as you see, look, both of the moon cards, there is illumination here. There is fluid energy here. There is a way for you to get your needs met by using your intuition, your intelligence. You have just about every, every element here. Every element just about is here. Air. All that's missing at this point is fire, which is kind of good sometimes because that means that you don't have, fire, ha ha ha, Prince of Wands, yeah. And once again, the wands are kind of like your fire card. Yeah, definitely fire card, primal creativity, inspiration, ambition, and you see them charging forth. And just like we saw on the Cups card, there is something somebody is focused on in both cards. There's something somebody is focused on. Even here, there's focus. Look at her. She's staring out, but she has a focal point here. Focus. Focus. Yeah, they started internally and wound their web outside. There's focus. So I just want to say, and I pulled the Ace of Swords, definitely. And swords are definitely air energy. Yeah, this is magnificent. I think it's just beautiful. There is somebody is wanting to come forward and use their strength and their power, and willing to use their thinking and their emotions and their logic. It's a total almost opposite of this card. And this may be past energy, whereas once somebody felt a little downtrodden about their situation, but they are finding some reprieve, they are finding the strength to kind of like man or woman up and go after what it is they want, who it is they want, whatever the situation may be. You call it, I don't have to. But they have the knowledge, they have the blueprint, they have the focus, and they are ready to apply the power to get what it is that they are attempting to attain. So I'm 20 minutes in. Y'all know how I do it. Some other people, oh, okay, that's interesting. And what final? This is like on the bottom, the lovers. So it may be romantic energy up, and the star card. Yep, abundance, prosperity. Yeah, they're pouring into the earth and pouring into the water at the same time. Once again, total illumination. You see it. Somebody is coming to terms with what they have been sitting in, what they have not been receiving, and what it is that they so choose to desire. And they are willing to go after it. Bam, again. They are willing to cross water, fire, desert, sand. Doesn't make a difference. They're going after it. So, y'all know how I do it. I could do this all night because I'm kind of falling in love with it. But I'm going to let you guys go. As you know, some other people may read these cards totally different than what I did, but we're not talking about them. We're talking about me. And on that note, once again, I will thank you guys for stopping by my channel, and liking, sharing, subscribing, all those beautiful things that you do. Please don't forget to thumbs up and like my video. When you do that, it creates algorithms that allow my channel to be watched more often. So that is a definite help. And I guess I will see you guys tomorrow for Timely Tuesday. Yeah. I'm going to say Thankful Thursday, but I'm rushing a week. I'll see you guys tomorrow, which is probably a message for me. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Timely Tuesday. I'll probably be at my regular position, or maybe not. We'll see. Who knows? And as always, I send you guys peace, love, light, and happiness. One.